Everybody likes rotis. But what if the roti is so thin? See how transparent it is? And if it is so soft, won't you love to eat it daily? Yes. So, this particular roti is a hit in our house. You can see how soft it is. This roti is called as Roomali roti. So let's watch how do I make the Roomali roti. Welcome to my channel Food Tales by Nisha. Here today I am going to show you how to make Roomali roti in the easiest way. So I'll be showing you two different ways to make the roti. Keep watching. If you liked, do share and subscribe. So in a bowl I have taken 2 spoons of wheat flour and 1.5 or 1.5 spoon of maida. So here you can make fully maida or you can make fully with atta also. It's upon you, the choice is yours. But I usually divide it in this way so that I don't get the maida taste more nor the atta taste more. It's the combination of both works really well. And I've put salt. You have to add oil. Now the amount of oil totally I am telling you require 3 tablespoons of oil totally for kneading alone, and milk also totally you will require 1 full cup of milk. Now here first I added little bit of milk, combine it well with the flour, see to it that it becomes even everywhere. So I've added again little bit of milk. So the 1 cup of milk is total whichever I have said, the total kneading purpose which you require. So here you have to use milk, then only it will become soft, or else you can use half milk and half water. So you can see again I have added milk. So like this 3 times I added the milk. And now the tricky part here is how to make the atta so soft. You have to knead with your palms. Now I've added the oil also so that you get a very soft consistency. Now because you have put maida in this, the dough will become elastic. So you have to use the palm, and when my hand started paining, I started using the balan, and this is how I make it soft when my hands pain. Even you can do the same. Then again I kept it rolling and then close and keep it for a while. So I closed and kept it for approximately 30 minutes. Now after some time, take out, see how soft it is. This softness actually comes from milk, and or else if you don't want to use milk, you can add hot water or warm water or the combination of both. But the suggestible thing for making Roomali roti is milk. Now I divided it into smaller portions. Now this is the first method of making. First take one portion, roll it into a small portion like how you roll for puri. Don't roll the whole portion, and keep it aside. Take the other one, again roll it into the same portion. So it's not necessary that both the portions should be in equal size. Further in the video you will get to know why it shouldn't be in equal size. Then add little oil, smear it well, and stick both the portions which you have rolled together, just like how you can see in the video. Just stick this portion into the portion where the oil is there. Don't need to press it, you just have to stick it together. This is how it will look. Now use some atta and again you roll it very well into a very thin size. So even if it is sticking well, no worries, let it stick. So you can see I have made it extremely thin. If there is any portion which is fat, you can again roll and make it thin. Now with the hands, flap both the sides so that it becomes more bigger. Because I've taken small portions of dough, the largest size is this, and then place it on the hot tawa. Tawa should be hot, and keep turning just like how you make the roti normally. After some time you can find some bubbles coming out, which means both the side is about to be cooked well. Now the bubbles will become big. Once the bubble becomes big or when it is rising, just tap it with the spatula and let the air pass between the two portions that we have folded. So see, the bubble has become big. Now just tap it in this way. From the place where the steam passes, there you can just take the spatula inside and separate both the rotis. You will get two rotis. Now cook other side for just few minutes, because already it is cooked and that's why it got bubbled up. Put the oil. So the whole chapati actually has bubble, means it is actually cooked. Put the oil and just fold it. This is how your Roomali roti is. This is how soft it will be. Now take the other portion which you divided, that also just cook it. Slightly there should be a brown dots which comes out. So in one portion there will be dark dots, other portion the dots will be very slight. Do not keep cooking for a longer time because the chapatis are extremely thin, and if you keep cooking for a longer time it will become like a papad. This is how my chapati looks. See. You can fold it like a handkerchief, and for handkerchief you say rumal in Hindi. That's why the name is called as Roomali roti. See how transparent it is. This is how I make Roomali roti. Now there is one more method of making it. So in the second method, take some salt and put water in it and apply that water on a heated tawa. Now this is mainly because Roomali roti is usually made on kadai, turning upside down on the gas, but when you don't want to do it in that way, because sometimes it is scary and as a beginner it will be difficult to make in that way. So instead of that, you can use this method to make the Roomali roti. So here you just smear the salt water on the heated tawa, and this is how it looks. This is how it should look. Now here you don't have to join two rotis together. You just have to take one roti, knead it very thin, as much as thin as possible. Now again I told you, as my portions are small, my rotis will be very small. So if you want a bigger one, you can take a larger portion and you can flatten it extremely thin. So here, because you are not joining two rotis, you need to flatten only one roti as much as you can, as much as thin as possible. Now see how thin it is. Even my fingers are seen. That much thin you can make it. And now place it on the tawa where you had put the salt water. So again I flapped it once. Once you put in the tawa, you have to use a spatula to turn off. And when you are turning, there will be salt particles which will be there on the roti. That's not a problem. You can just dust it off. It will not stick with the rotis. So when you are making in this method, remember each time when you put the roti, you have to put the salt water every time. So after this roti, if I am making second time again in this way, I have to put the salt water again and then I have to put the roti. Now just like how you are making a roti, you just turn it both the side and you can remove it, and even this comes out very soft. So usually roti you don't put oil, but in Rumali roti you have to put oil because you are making it in tawa. If you are making in the kadai which is turned upside down on the gas, you don't need to put oil in it because it becomes a tawa prepared and it is like a tandoori roti. So this is the second version of how Rumali roti is. Even this is transparent and soft. You can see how soft it is. So I'm dusting off all the salt particles which was there. So this is how my Rumali roti is. You can make this at your home whenever any guest comes or whenever you want to make anything special for your loved ones. Other than your normal roti, you can make this Rumali roti. So next time when you go to the restaurant, do not order Rumali roti because you can make it at home. And do try my recipe and do let me know how is it. Your valuable comments does matter. And if you liked it, do share, subscribe and comment. So meet you in the next recipe video. Until then, bye.